approximately 8 billion every year on energy. They release 72 million metric tons of carbon dioxide into the air, which is equivalent to 18 coal-fired power plants running non-stop every year. To start our project, first we have to know what exactly is sustainable school design and why it is important.
Sustainable school design, also known as high-performance school, prioritize the health and well-being of student and faculty members by incorporating progressive building practices to protect both building occupant and the environment. These facilities go beyond being constructed from recycled material. But Rosie, can you remind me why it's important to make schools sustainable?
Of course, because if students and teachers are going to spend the majority of their time indoors in classrooms, healthy indoor quality would be absolutely essential. The typical school today faces several challenges: poor energy efficiency, harmful building materials, and a lack of natural light. Students and teachers often spend hours in poorly designed spaces, which can negatively impact their health, concentration, and even creativity.
We can create a school that not only reduces its environmental footprint, but also enhances the learning environment. And here's how we approach it.
Our school project, SustainED, combines education with sustainability. We approach this through 5 concepts: choosing building materials, finding the best energy source, planning our waste management, planning out water conservation, and lastly, improving our overall learning quality.
So let's begin with building materials. The material for building our school is seemingly the most basic but also the most important part throughout our project. For sustainable materials for school, we were able to ultimately design on choosing hempcrete and recycled steel to be our final material, and here's why.
For hempcrete, it's non-toxic, energy efficient, strong but lightweight, breathable, and it can also resist flame, water, and pests.
It's good for the environment because of its carbon-absorbing property, in which it absorbs more carbon dioxide during growth than it emits during production.
It serves as a great insulator from the heat outside, which keeps classrooms warm in winters while cool in summers.
It also improves air quality by being more breathable and mold resistant.
Since hempcrete requires a structural frame for load-bearing needs, we decided to use recycled steel because it is proven to be strong enough for large-scale structural applications.
Recycled steel can be fully recycled and it minimizes mining and energy when compared to other steel materials.
Next, we have energy sources. Energy is expected to increase exponentially if energy consumption, such as need for heating, cooling, and lighting increases, which makes energy efficiency especially crucial.
SustainED addresses this issue by implementing roof insulation and solar energy. Roof insulation is designed to maintain the building's correct temperatures during hot weather, reducing cooling requirements up to 70%, which can in turn increase the energy efficiency of the building. 5 benefits from a roof insulation system are to prevent heat transfer, increase energy efficiency on a property, save money on cooling bills, reduce carbon footprint on a property, and finally, improve summer comfort.
It is practicable because we found out that heating and cooling alone account for 35 to 60% of total energy demand around the world, which, if we do the math, costs a lot. However, by implementing roof insulation using sustainable materials like hempcrete, the savings SustainED stands to reduce can more than make up for the cost of roof insulation.
Second, solar energy. Renewable energy promotes energy efficiency and improves the learning environment. Schools in vulnerable communities have been severely impacted by exponential increase in fuel prices and the degradation of ecosystems needed for their livelihood. But solar energy saves that.
From the perspective of people, students get a safe and healthy learning environment that helps them reach their academic potential, whereas from the perspective of our precious planet, solar energy contributes to protecting the environment by reducing greenhouse gas emissions. and promoting the use and need for renewable energy. But hey, Sherry, how can we afford solar panels though? We have to think about our budget, remember?
Yes, but Sustain Academy can create public-private partnership to attract private sector funding for the implementation of solar systems. The low cost of solar system allows for a wider donor base, increasing the system's rollout.
Hey Sherry, I think we need a waste management plan for Sustain Academy too. We can use Germany's policy as a model since they take a lead in recycling in the world.
Sure, one key of Germany's success in recycling is due to their effective trash sorting system. Clear labeling such as colored bin facilitates easy participation, promoting compliance with waste management. Their waste management is known for its sustainability and efficiency. Each colored bin serves a specific purpose in recycling process.
We can also use bottle return machines. They are purpose-built to crush, wash, dry, and pelletize discarded bottles. They also encourage recycling by providing a simple way to recycle bottles. These machines help reduce littering and promote a more sustainable approach to waste management.
According to research, the average school consumes about 100,000 gallons of water annually, and most of it for non-essential purpose. And much of it is wasted due to outdated fixtures and inefficient system. It not only wastes valuable sources, but it also leads to higher costs.
Two main components. The first is installing water-efficient fixtures throughout the school, things like low-flow toilets, faucets, and shower heads.
By reducing the amount of water used in the bathrooms and other facilities, we can significantly lower the water usage. In fact, study shows that a school can save up to 30% on its water usage with just these measures.
The second part of our proposal involves installing a rainwater collection system. This system will collect rainwater and store it for non-portable uses like flushing toilets and watering the school's gardens.
The best part is that a rainwater collection system requires very little maintenance, and it can reduce the need for more complex water filtration system, keeping costs low while still providing a sustainable alternative water source.
Together, these two solutions, water-efficient fixtures and rainwater collection systems, not only will reduce water usage, but they'll also help preserve vital freshwater resources and reduce the energy required for water treatment and heating.
Lastly, we found out that good indoor air quality can improve students' health as well as their performance. To protect students in Sustain Academy, every material will be toxin and chemical-free. We will also install a ventilation system and air purifier to improve air quality. Air filtration cleans and reuses the same air, pushing out the old air and bringing in clean and fresh air. Meanwhile, by enhancing natural ventilation, this system can also reduce the need for air conditioning.
Additionally, placing air purifiers inlet closer to likely sources of airborne contaminants can ensure that any more contaminated areas are cleaned more quickly, reducing the chance of virus spread around the classroom.
Besides improving indoor air quality, we believe that fostering a connection with nature is crucial for both students' well-being and environmental awareness. Research shows that time spent outdoors can boost creativity, reduce stress, and enhance focus. To achieve this, we have designed several outdoor learning spaces at Sustain Academy.
We're creating green courtyards where students can relax, study, and connect with nature. These spaces will not only improve mental health, but will also serve as educational environments when environmental awareness is integrated into everyday learning.
We are also incorporating rooftop garden and living wall, vertical garden that will enhance the aesthetic appeal of the school while providing insulation, improving biodiversity, and reducing heat absorption. These green features will make the school a healthier place to learn and play.
These living walls and green roofs will also provide a natural layer of insulation, reducing reducing the need for artificial heating and cooling system. Not only does this make the school more energy efficient, but it also introduces students to sustainable practices they can apply in their own lives.
Wait, Rosie, I have one last question. How do our students go home though? Aren't school buses bad for the environment too?
You're right. That's why we plan on implementing a bike station that holds their bikes when they ride them to school. Also, we can put some extra ones just in case. Healthy in.